Someone just moved into a house on the fourth fairway and collected 24 golf balls from their front yard in the first week. All slices. Every single one from the exact same spot on the right side of the fairway. That's not bad luck. That's a pattern. And if your ball curls right on full swings, you're part of it. Here's what almost nobody gets right. Your slice isn't a grip problem. It isn't a stance problem. It's a sequencing problem at the top of your downswing. And once you feel the fix, it's one of the fastest transformations in this game. A slice costs you more than distance. It costs you fairways, approach angles, and short game setups. It forces you to aim left on every tee shot and hope the curve doesn't run out of fairway. You're playing defense before you even pull the trigger. The frustrating part is that most slicers have already tried the standard advice. Strengthen your grip, open your stance, aim further left. Some of those things help a little. None of them fix the actual problem. The actual problem is what your club is doing on the way down, and it starts with a sequencing error that happens before you're even aware it's happening. Fix the sequence, and everything else starts to correct itself. Here's what's happening when you slice. At the top of your backswing, your body wants to unwind, and for most weekend golfers, unwinding means the shoulders fire first. They spin hard toward the target and pull the club head from outside the target line to inside it. Instructors call this the over-the-top move. The club face stays open relative to that path, and the ball curves hard to the right. Outside in path, open face, slice, every time. What makes this fault so persistent is that it feels powerful. The shoulders are the biggest muscles in your upper body. Using them to start the downswing feels like you're doing more. You're not. You're just doing it early, and it's costing you everything. The fix is a single move that changes the sequence before the shoulders have a chance to take over. At the top of your backswing, your trail elbow, your right elbow if you're right-handed, needs to drop toward your right hip pocket before anything else moves. That's the entire cue. Right elbow to right hip pocket. When the elbow drops first, the club falls behind you instead of in front of you. It routes itself to the inside of the target line. Now when the shoulders do fire, they are pushing into a path that's approaching the ball from inside. The face squares up naturally, and the ball goes left of where you aimed instead of right. That's a draw. And you've seen this move in elite players without knowing what you were looking at. Watch slow-motion footage of Rory McIlroy transitioning from backswing to downswing. There's a brief moment where his right elbow drops and the arms lower before the shoulders do anything. That's the slot. That single beat is the difference between a tour-level ball flight and an over-the-top slice. Here's how you train it. Start without a club. Make your backswing and hold it at the top, arms up, weight loaded on your trail side. Now, without moving your shoulders, let your right elbow fall toward your right hip. Feel the arms drop, feel the hands lower slightly. That's the slot. Most golfers have never felt it because their shoulders beat them to it every time. Now take a 7-iron and do the same thing at half speed. Swing to the top, pause for a beat. Drop the elbow, then continue through impact. Don't worry about where the ball goes. You're training a sequence, not chasing a result. 20 reps, half speed, every range session for 2 weeks. After a few sessions, you'll see the ball flight shift. The slice turns into a push. That means the path is improving, but the face is still catching up. Then the push softens into a pull draw. When you see that, it's working. 2 mistakes people make trying this fix. First, they overcorrect and start swinging too far right, either pushing the ball weakly or snapping it into a hard hook. The elbow drop isn't asking you to swing dramatically inside out. It's just asking you to stop swinging outside in. The path change you need is smaller than you'd think, just enough to get the club back on plane. Second, the elbow drops, but the shoulders fire immediately and undo it. The drill only works if your shoulders wait just long enough for the club to fall onto the inside track. That half-second delay feels strange at first. It feels like you're leaving the club behind. You are, and that's exactly right. Slow the drill down until the sequence feels like one motion, not 2. But it gets better. Once the sequence starts to groove, you'll feel something new at the bottom of the swing, a compression through the ball instead of a glancing blow across it. That's what it feels like when path and face are both where they need to be. You'll know it the first time it happens. On the course, use 2 words as your swing thought, right pocket. That's it. You're not rebuilding your swing mid-round. You're trusting the move you already drilled. Stand behind the ball, see the shape you want, and let the cue do its job. One thing to stay honest about, this move doesn't feel comfortable at first. Comfortable is what got you slicing. The elbow-first transition feels like you're not doing enough, like the swing is passive, like the ball won't go anywhere. That feeling is the right feeling. Trust the reps and trust the ball flight you start to see. Here's the 3-point version. 1. Your slice comes from an over-the-top downswing, shoulders fire first, club travels outside in, face stays open at impact. That's the root. 2. The fix is 1 cue trail elbow drops to the hip pocket before anything else moves on the way down. That single move changes the path. 3. Train it with slow motion reps. 20 per session, half speed, elbow first, no pressure on ball flight. 2 weeks of honest work changes your default shape. Give yourself those 2 weeks. Not one range session, 2 consistent weeks, and the difference won't just show up on the range. It'll show up on the scorecard. If you want a training aid built specifically for this kind of fix, the Lag Shot 7 iron is the one I'd point you to. It's designed to train lag and inside-out path, exactly what we covered today. It's in the description, along with my affiliate link if you want to grab one. You don't need to spend a fortune on lessons to fix a swing pattern. You need the right feedback, consistently, over time. That's the fix for the most common miss in weekend golf. 1 fault, 1 cue, 2 weeks of reps. Subscribe and you'll get a new tip every week. Next one covers why you're chunking irons from the fairway even when your swing feels solid. The cause surprises most golfers, and the fix is simpler than you'd expect. What's your miss? Slice, push, or something else entirely? Drop it in the comments. I read every reply and it shapes what I cover next. And save this video before you head to the range. The elbow cue is easy to forget mid-bucket, and you'll want to come back to it.